Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Each of the beings have, knowingly or unknowingly, self-made habits. Living those habits, each of them are eking out their own sukha dukkha adi, good or bad, in this world. By whatever the reason, you and I also are slowly developing this habit of listening to our Shastras. What a beautiful thing. No doubt at all about it. Because of this healthy habit, half made because of our efforts, remaining because of our punya, etc. And our gurus must have done sankalpa for us and given their tapashakti for us, and also must have recommended to the Lord. As we pray for someone, so too the gurus pray for our adhyatmikata. Because of that, this most healthy habit of listening to Upanishads, listening to Gita, listening to the sublime texts like Yoga Vaashishtha Ramayana and Prakarana Granthas. What a great habit. May this habit be continued, and may we eke out of this the Tattva Jnana, Siddhanta, sadhana to experience it. And may we do that sadhana, reach to Aham Brahmasmi Lakshya. Welcome you all, respected friends, with all gratitude, salutations, congratulations to the study of this most divine Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana Smruti Prakarana Shastra. Third Utpatthi Prakaranam, Leelopakhyanam, PARAMA AKAASHA VARNANAM. Now we will see today both of them taking off in the Sukshma Akasha, transcending all the lokas and going to the Lokasthiti. That is called the Parama Akash. So en route, so many mandalas are shown. The Surya Mandala, Chandra Mandala, Graha Mandala, Nakshatra Mandala, Taraka Mandala. After this Bhumandala, totally one Brahmanda Mandala. Beyond that, then Jala Mandala, Agni Mandala, all of them. After that, then the Vishnu Shiva Lokas. All of that we'll be seeing today. Only to say that in this way, this universe is already seen by our Rishi Munis, is of endlessness in its expanse as well as in its contents. Yet, toward the end of this Sarga, we'll see that all of them are nothing but the Ananta Maya Shakti of the Ishvara. That's it. Now, with so many years of habitual, regular listening, we are at least are stable while listening to these things, and some understanding, some acceptance is happening in us. No more this knowledge is a wonderment to us, nor alien to us. That's the outcome of our regularly studying Shastra. Only such Shastras tell us about the vastly expanded cosmos, and you and I as Jiva, in our ignorance, till we realize our oneness with the Adhisthana, to all these lokas, Brahmandas, as the phala of our karma, we will be traveling. Very high, very mystic, very beautiful knowledge it is. Thanks to Vaashishtha ji for telling. Valmiki ji, thanks for writing. Thanks to all the great rishis, acharyas who kept on sustaining this text up to today. Thanks to our gurus who have inspired us to take up the study of it. Let us see that continuation of 29th Sarga from where we stopped yesterday. Start Mangalacharana Shloka for 2-3 minutes. Om Om सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। येरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्व वेदान्ताः सच्चास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्य केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ओम श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनाम वरानने। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास वामदेव नारदादि समस्त योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणादि शास्त्राणाम आचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य मोदेन अस्मिन् क्षणेव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुति स्मृति पुराणे इतिहास संतवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त ऋषिमुनि गुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य शाश्वतरूपेण वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयाः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री राम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति मोक्ष प्रकरण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ते स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। ओम सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखघनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमपास्तमायमभयं वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं। ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ ससदृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं। तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नता स्मः पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ॐ श्रीरामचन्द्रपरब्रह्मणे नमः। वसिष्ठादि नमः। श्रीयोगवासिष्ठमहारामायण वेदांत मोक्ष स्मृति प्रकरण शास्त्रम तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणम लीलोपाख्याने परमाकाशवर्णनं नाम एकोनत्रिंशतितम सर्गः। श्रीवसिष्ठ उवाच श्रीलीला उवाच। Friends, yesterday we have seen up to this much. Ki, hmm, Ki finally Leela understood all these wonderful Chitta Kalpita Lokas by Vyashti, mutual or Samashti. And all of them again Ishvara Leela Maya. Our intellect has to rise to that subtlety to be able to comprehend all this. And then, yet all of them being Chitta Kalpita individual, Maya Kalpita total, they are Kalpita, they are not real. Therefore, they can't be permanent. Therefore, we need not hold on to them. If we hold, we suffer. That's called samsara. We can transcend them and establish in the adhisthana, that avasara, that mauka, that opportunity is there for all of us. Isn't it? Like a company has started. That company, some boss, somebody thinks कि मुझे एक company start करनी है. Only that much he knows. But in this Srishti, there are other jivas also who have some similarly matching companies, matching sankalpas or thoughts. Therefore, the Lord ensures that those fellows come and join Him. That's how one by join. And then one sankalpa, not only of that individual, of others also, put together within 5 years of time, you can see a company fully established. And now you see in in that company so many things, so many beings. You know, the main partners are there, investing partner and the active partners. Then you can see the entire management, entire the working faculties. ये कहाँ से आए सारे? You see, each one sankalpa that brought them here because that is suitable. And to that way join the suitable minded people for the common projects. You can see in the world today the magical things that are happening, that somebody born in a village in India, slowly through his education, he goes to the America and there he goes into the NASA. Where he is born in a village in India and where is in NASA, a big scientist, यहाँ से उधर. So to from America somebody comes and settles in Vrindavan, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. उसके वासना है उसको इधर लाए. It is suitable to him, his sankalpas. Isn't it? You are seeing it today's world, no? It's not accidental. Now expand this. Not only we, the few jivas, and not only this small earth loka. There are uncountable million jivas, million, trillion, and lokas also so many. Suiting to each one's. You call thoughts, you call sankalpas, you call vasanas, you call karma. Each one is taken there, taken there, taken there. आया ना बात समझ में? And so logical it is that if one drops all those sankalpas and wishes of going here and there, to that extent his mind quietens. With the quiet mind, he can inquire what is the substance. Once it is inquired, one realizes it. The hero of the story, heroine, hero, Leela is an example. She narrated, you know, while narrating her immediately earlier life as a Brahmani, so many details we have seen, but all are secondary. The primary thought is one. What is it? By being so much Vyagra busy in all this, who am I? What is this world? What is this samsara? I never had a thought even to inquire. Never had a time even to inquire. But I have done the worship of the saints and sages, and I have done my kartavya at home, and I did Deva Upasana, Rishiva. All of that gave such sattvika push to me that in this life, for one prarabdha, I became queen as wife of that Padma, and the other things led me for this sattvika spirituality. That I invoked you, and you came. And you are giving that Tattva Gnana which I never inquired only in my earlier lives. Isn't it? समझ में आ रहा है ना बात? Yes. While studying all these texts, we have to start understanding about ourselves also. Then, whatever happened out of, knowingly, unknowingly done things so far, from now onwards, let us knowingly do the things. Even though the knowledge may not be 100%, but थोड़ा तो जानकारी हो रहा है ना. I am there, my chitta is there, as I do sankalpa, and morning class is adding to this. ध्यायतो विषयान पुंसः संगस्तेषु उपजायते. उसको इसको मिला. So I with my chitta, whatever sankalpa I do, those things become my kamana, I do that karma, I go to those lokas. इतना तो पता चला. In other thing also we knew. One is the Baddha Janmavarana Jivana, second is Janmavarana Rahita Mukta Atma Anubhava. Now, instead of doing Sankalpa for that, for this we can do Sankalpa. For this we have to do Sankalpa. See, knowledge तो आ गए ना, अब implement करो. That's what every day in all our classes we are discussing. Do the Sankalpa for Paramatma Prapti. Do Prarthana for that. Do the Prayatna for that. All the three. Sankalpa, Prayatna, Prarthana. In other words, प्रतिज्ञा प्रयत्न एंड प्रार्थना संकल्प और प्रतिज्ञा ठीक है you are getting the ideas now na? Up to now this much ideas have come because of the theory of Upanishad we studied and the practical examples in the Purana Smriti Granthas we are seeing इतना पता चला अब करते जाओ in the divine providence we will be given more and more higher expansion in our knowledge understanding. To that extent, our goal to be Brahman will become more pakka. Our efforts also will become pakka for that. That's what is expected, wanted. By whom? By the Jiva in me for his own redemption. To become one with that oceanic infinite self. आया बात थोड़ा क्लैरिटी आ रहा है ना थोड़ा थोड़ा तो वहाँ कहो थोड़ा अपने आप को I am तो very much benefited because of these classes. Very much. That's why I'm not going to give up. छोड़ दिया तो छूट जाएगा ये डर है मेरे को तो अभी तो पूरा पकड़ा ही नहीं अभी छोड़ दिया तो कैसे है ना we have to hold on to tattva in such a way after that even if we want to leave the tattva should not leave us just like we hold on to maya moha samsara such way that even now we want to leave it it's not leaving us मजेदार बात अब देखो सी अत्रासौ भर्तृजीवो में स्थितो व्योम निगृहे नृप अदृश्य खे यथा वायु आमोदो वानिले यथा इहैवांगुष्ठमात्रान्ते तद्व्योम्न्येव पदं स्थितं मद्भर्तृराज्यं समवगतं योजनकोटिभाग and she is understood that in this gruhakasha of the brahmana in an angushtamatra places the dead brahmana who has become again the raja padma he with his entire rajya is there. And in that Rajya, in that Antapura, Gruha Akasha, again in the Angushta Matra Sthala, the third Raja, who after dying, Padma has become the Raja again. Jiva's journey is continuing. His Shariras are changing, his Lokas are changing, but that individuality is going on. It is all here only, but in different plane of, you know, thought of, in different plane of mind and thought, it appears to be having koti yojana distance. koti yojana distance. Now all these, thanks to little of science and all, at least little comprehensible. Those days, science was never there and never required. For them, the Shastra as well as their own internal purity was enough for them to grasp all these things. Today we don't have that. Never mind, the Lord is sending through the science the same knowledge to us. Isn't it? The times and distances are all have become now only conceptual, na? Isn't it? Just let us say 100 kilometers distance. By walk, how much time it is taking? By one leg running, how much, or walking, how much time it takes? By hopping, how much time it takes? By crawling, how much time it is taking? 100 kilometers. With each of the way of travel, the time is changing or not? Think about it. 100 kilometers. वॉकिंग करते जाऊं तो मुझे पर आवर 5 किलोमीटर्स के दृष्टि से 120 hours I'll go. If I run little faster, if I go jogging little more, more faster than the walking, then मैं नीचे बैठकर मैं घसीटते हुए जाऊंगा तो crawling, time is changing or not, distance remaining same. It's a concept only, depending on the upadhi, the movement upadhi. है ना? Now take the bullock cart, more faster. Take a horse, little more faster. Nowadays, take the cycle, है ना, 12-15 किलोमीटर दूर स्पीड से जाती हो तो 7 घंटे में पहुंच गए. सो 20 और 7 घंटे फर्क हो गया ना. Isn't it? Now you go by two-wheeler, scooter, and high-speed bikes, then the car, then the car, racing car, then the bullet train. 400 kilometer per hour bullet train में if you go 15 मिनट पे you will reach 100 kilometers. Isn't it? Now take a flight whose speed is 800 kmph. Isn't it? 7 minutes. 7.5. Up nowadays, the rockets are taking the satellites into the space. What is the speed of that? एक सेकंड में 3 किलोमीटर 4 किलोमीटर. उस दृष्टि से this 100 kilometers is half a minute. So therefore, you are getting the idea na how the time and place are conceptual only now. This is our yantrika yuga mein through the yantra machinery. So too through the yogic yuga, yogic kala mein through the yoga sadhanas, people used to transcend sthula places and go into the sukshma in this way. Like the speed is increased, time is less to reach out. In the yoga sthiti, they gone beyond desha kala. Therefore, any desha, any kala, they can just appear. Who knows, in our own lifetime, we may see somebody taking his own chopper helicopter of 500 kilometer speed and then go to his own children's place in Delhi, America, etc. आधे घंटे में जाके चाय पी के आ जाते. It's already happening, no? There are some businessmen in one day, 3 countries they travel for 3 business. Their own personal, whatever the aircraft. So all that should make us understand what is it in Puranas, Itihasas is not just a manipulation or somebody's manokalpita. It's all possible through yoga sadhana that one can. Otherwise, all the devatas, rishis who are in such different urdhva lokas, how do we expect them to come when we worship? Tomorrow is Shivaratri. Lord Shiva is in that Kailasha. So we all worship him. So he will come and bless us. In India, if there are 10 crores of Shiva mandiras or all Shiva upasanas happening, in 10 crore places he is going to come. All this should make our intellect break the shackles of narrowness and understand and accept these subtle things. That's how intellect should expand, should become subtler, should become deeper in trying to understand. And yet, another side continuously is what? All this is either individual or mutual or total. Mana or Maya Kalpita. The stuff is Paramatma. The stuff Paramatma being birth and change and modification and deathless. All these must be only the projections. Like the water being birthless, deathless, and changeless, all waves must be projection only on the water. Waves, ripples, bubbles, etc. Isn't it? Water remaining as water only. Then what's the position of the waves and all? They are all projected. So the antargata shakti of the jala is making the jala appear as the wave without becoming as wave, without losing its waterness. If you understand it, that's Vedanta. The pure Brahman with his antargata shakti appearing as the Anantakoti Brahmandas without himself going through any change or modification. That state of changeless, modificationless, Satchit Brahma, we as an individual have to identify with. Then we are freed from all the changes of birth to death, which are bondage. Will they continue or not? Yeah, but knowing that they are Kalpita. Kalpita upadhis are taken as Kalpita and the substratum we remain in it as intact. You know? It is like imagine what is the experience of the gold when it is expressing as the ornaments. Not our experience who are other than the gold. For us, the gold is cause, the ornaments are effect. A Sara Nautanki, we do it. But what is the experience of the gold towards all the ornaments? It says everything is me and I remaining intact. On me, the Rupanama is Kalpita. That Kalpita Rupanama is called Prapancha. The world of ornaments is nothing but the projected names and forms on me, the gold, who is never born when the ornaments are Kalpita, who is not dying when the ornaments die. Imagine the gold's status in and through all ornaments. That is the status when we reach to Aham Brahmas. Right, friends? This is enough. Now she says, Avam, ah, Avam Kameva Kastam Cha. So we both are space only. Then Kastam Cha Bharturajyam Maheshwari. So the kingdom of my husband also in this very space. Still, Purnam Sahasraihi Shailanam Mahamaya Yam Atata. But with thousands of mountains, rivers, forests, etc., etc., it is appearing like. So, Leela Jiva, Jiva called Leela, now has three experiences. One as a Brahmani in the Grama along with Giri around and its description that is given to us in this chapter. Second, as the Leela, the wife of Padma, and win that kingdom with all the kingdom that also was described. And she is also seen the Padma's next life. The Raja Padma died. His body is there in the Antapura. But the Jiva, because of his Sankalpa, he already became king in the third kingdom. And that description also is there. Think about it. All of them are again Maya Kalpita, Mano Kalpita. That when it clicks to us, Gaya vas, samsar chala gaya. Like in the dream, how much pain, struggle we go through. And the moment we wake up from the dream, lakh koshish karo, we can never go back into the dream nor into the suffering of the dream. Let us say in dream I had a leprosy or any of this disease and pus is oozing, all maggots are eating the body. It is so painful, nobody comes near to me. And it is pathetic almost. I can't die, I'm living death. होता है, isn't it? The moment I wake up, for few seconds, minutes, that appears. But later on, try to go back to that body of leper. Try to go through that pains. चाहो तो भी नहीं होगा. So to the sukha also. है ना? In the dream, you might have got a lottery, or you may be selected, elected as a big minister, and hangama, party, you are enjoying all the shaurat, whatever you call, then daulat. And you can have a dream, why not? But you make up for 1 minute, it may appear that I am a king, I am ordering, everybody is obeying. But after that, you can't go back to that kingness, nor that joy of those being a king will be there. If you understand it in the same way, when it clicks to us after repeated Shravana Manana Chintana of these Shastras, about the reality being reality, about everything being the Kevala Manokalpana, Chitta Kalpana, Maya Kalpana, thereafter, once you know it is not a snake, it's a rope, again you will not imagine snake. It may appear like. Still, once you know that mirage is mirage, there's no water, it may appear, but you will not be deluded anymore. Think. That's what is the realization. Realization is realization of the substratum. Realization is realizing that other than that, everything is superimposed. Struggle, go through. Yes, to this narrow mind intellect now chase. Gross as a slave to the mana indriyas. All this may appear to be little tough. Never mind. Keep on working. Keep on working. That intellect gathers required subtlety, required depth to grasp all this. This is called as spiritual evolution, wherein our intellect is expanding to understand these things. After intellectual understanding, then live. Aham Brahmasmi. Know and be. I am Brahman. That's it. Right? Now Leela says ki in this space only in the Angushta Matra all are there, but appear to be Koti Yojana distance, and though it is Akasha, but appearing to be full of the Ananta Koti Brahmandas, like in a painting. All appear to be there, kuch nahi. Like on a TV screen. All appear to be there, but kuch nahi. In the dream, all appear, but kuch. In the Indrajalikas, Indrajala, appear kuch nahi. In our own Manorajya, appear to kuch nahi. So to this world. But जब ये जगत की बात आती है, suddenly we accept it as real. That is the ignorance. And that's why in all other worlds, little bit only we suffer and enjoy, but quickly come out of it. But because of the depth of our ignorance and acceptance that this Stula Deha and Jagra Jagat is real, our suffering also is for long time and deep. अब गुरु क्या कहते हैं, जैसे सपना आदि एग्जाम्पल्स में समझा बात आपने, वही वाला जागृत को भी अप्लाई करो. Theory is given, take your time to make this theoretical knowledge yours and start practicing. What practice to done? कि ना हम जीवोस्मि ना हम देहोस्मि हम ब्रह्मास्मि. So to जगत मिथ्या अस्ति, जगत अधिष्ठान ब्रह्म एव सत्यमस्ति. अभी दोनों का प्रैक्टिस करते हुए रियली स्टार्ट गिविंग अप देहा एंड इंद्रिया related bogas. You know what will happen? Nothing will happen. All the fears, vehams which we had earlier, that without these dependencies, without these indulgences, the life is impossible, life is only that. इतने सारे हम नोशंस में ना वो सब ऐसे चले आते हैं जैसे ये जिगर दोस्त के बिना मैं जी नहीं सकता करके at one moment you are there, but for some reason is gone away, little less pain is there, but later on you will know that he was not that much important in my life. समझ में आ गया ना? वह वहम था वो, उसके बिना मैं नहीं जी सकता. जैसे एक दोस्त या किसी और के बिना मैं जी नहीं सकता करके वहम में जब होते हैं हम, वो सत्य लगता है. बट धीरे धीरे छोड़कर देखो तो वी विल नो दैट दैट वाज ओनली माय इमेजिनेशन. सेम वे दिस होल वर्ल्ड, दिस उपाधि, with the upadhis living in the world as an individual, all these projections which we have taken as real, when we stop dropping them, we will know that they are not so real, not so important as it is thought. That's the meaning of Vishaya Vinivartante Niraharasya Dehina, half of it. Rasavarjam Rasopyasya Param Dushtva Nivartate, second half. We have thoroughly studied this in our morning Gita. Right. Now, Leela is asking the mother, Tad Devi Bhartrunagaram Punargantum Mamepsitam Tad Ehi Tatra Gachavaha Kim Dhuram Vyavasayinam. Tat. Therefore, Devi, O mother, Bhartru Punah Gantum Mama Ipsitam. Mama Bhartru Gantum Punah Ipsitam. The desire came in my mind to go and see the Nagara of my husband. Tad ehi tatra gachavaha. Please come, let's go. Kim Duram Vyavasayinam. Those who are ready to do the Vyavasaya, hard work. Which distance is distant? Kim Duram Vyavasayinam is a beautiful Subhashita. Vyavasayinam is hard work people. Those who are ready to work hard and walk, walk, walk. For them, which distance is distant? Any amount of distance they can cross. बहुत बढ़िया है ना किम दूरम व्यवसाय जैसे if you are really interested and are ready to work hard to attend this class, what is difficult for you? Every day you will come and listen. You are a व्यवसायी. If not, वो आना ही मुश्किल है. हफ्ते में एक दिन आओगे भी 2 मिनट सुनोगे. You are not a व्यवसायी in this regard. Somewhere else you may be a व्यवसायी. So therefore it's not दूरम to you. है ना? People can't sit for half an hour for class, but 4 hours they sit and see the entire cricket match. He's Vyavasai there, not here. What can I do? So, Kim Duram Vyavasayana means those who want to achieve the goal. And they are so much of ready to put all the efforts for that. That goal may be far, far distant in time and place. He will not worry. He will keep on working. So this may be long distance. Don't worry about me. I want to see my husband's Loka. Let us go. Kim Duram Vyavasayinam Dehi Tadehi Tatra Gachavaha. Ehi, please come, let us go. Now see, Leela is commandingly requesting Mother Saraswati. Now Vasishthaji narrates. They have that way. From again outside, in a Sukshma Rupa, entered into that Gruha Akasha. In that Gruha Akasha, in those Ativahika Dehas, they, in the Akasha space, they started traveling. When they are traveling in that Akasha of that hall, which is Angushta Matra Parimana, the number of lokas which they cross, if you listen, it is surprising. That's how it becomes mind boggling. That's why we are expected to have the purity of the heart, Shraddha in the Guru's contemplative mind. Then these things will occur to us. When we don't understand them, we just brush them aside saying that ये सब कल्पना है सब ऐसे ऋषि मुनियों ने खामखा लिख दिया ऐसे बस अपने आउट ऑफ हैट और हेड दे हैव रिटन we that way imagine. Our inability to understand, we label it as meaningless. Now you see, as the science is growing, progressing, every of the spiritual things mentioned in our Shastras, they are, with the head bent, with all the shamefulness, they are accepting them. शर्म आते हुए कि हम गलत से पहले ना कर रहे थे. Now we understand. What to do? The Lord wanted them to understand. They are not understanding the inner contemplation way. So the Lord is making them understand through the outer scientific way. But the truths alone are getting revealed slowly. The Adhyatmika Satyas only will be revealed. Later on, when they go on doing research, ultimately they have to reach to only these two things: pure consciousness, pure existence. And they are not two, one without second. And they are the substratum of everything, therefore everything is that alone. And because they are substratum of everything, they are substratum of me also. Therefore I am that alone. Therefore everything is one self. This is how the science will have to reach. Vasishtha Uvacha, Vasishtha says, Ityuktva pranata devim sa pravishya shumandapam vihangivataya sakam upluve sinibham nabha. See, Ityuktva, having said this to Mother Saraswati, requesting her, praying to her, pranata devim, doing pranam namaskar to the mother, sa, that Leela Ashu Mandapam Pravishya, having entered to that Brahmana's Graha Mandapa, Vihangi Iva, like a bird, Taya Sakam, along with Mother Saraswati, Pupluve Navaha, she took off into that Sukshma Akasha. Asinibham, straight like a sharp sword, she just took off, along with Mother Saraswati. Now comes the description of What are the various lokas they cross? Okay. Bhinnanjana chaya prakhyam saumya सौम्यैकार्णवसुन्दरं नारायणाङ्गसदृशं भृङ्गपृष्ठामरच्छवि मेघमार्गमतिक्रम्य वातस्कन्धावनिं तथा सौरमार्गमथाक्रम्य चन्द्रमार्गमतीत्य च ध्रुवमार्गोत्तरं गत्वा साध्यानां मार्गमेत्य च सिद्धानां समतीत्योर्वीम् उल्लङ्घ्य स्वर्गमण्डलम्. Up to this. First is they crossed the Meghamandala. Immediately on this Akasha, that Meghamandala they crossed. The one and a half sloka or one sloka is describing that Meghamandala only. How is it? Bhinna Anjana Chaya Prakhyam. Bhinna Anjana Chaya Prakhyam is like the cloudy mountain is, sorry, the black clouds are like the black high text Parvata only. You know, like Neelanjana Samabhasam Raviputram Imagrajam Chaya Martanda Sambhutam Tannamami Shanaishchara. So Shanaishchara Bhagwan is Neela Anjana Samabhas. Neela Anjana Parvata Samana. Anjana is the mountain. So here also Bhinna Anjana Chaya Prakhyam. So Anjana Bhinna Prakhyam, like a black mountain was that cloud. Saumya, where is Saumya? It was Ekarnava Sundaram, as beautiful and peaceful like Ekarnava, the waveless ocean. Narayana Anga Sadrusham. See, Bhagavan Narayana's Anga is compared or said to be in that Neela Megha Shyama, isn't it? Megha Shyamam Pita Kaushaya Vasam. So, Narayana Sharira is compared with the Megha. No, here Megha is compared with Narayana Sharira. Megham. So Narayana Anga Sadrusham. Bhrunga Prushta Amalachami. Bhrunga, the Bhaura, the black, that Kida itna mota hota hai na. The back of it is so black. The whole thing is black. But uska Prushta Bhag to aapko kala wala dikhta hai. Like that is Megha Margam. First they Atikramya crossed that Megha Marga. Then Vataskandha Avanim Tatha. They transcended the Vataskandha Avani. That is the ether or earth ka atmosphere level also they crossed. Okay. Thereafter Saura Marga Mathakramya. They traveled and crossed in the Saurya Marga, Surya. Then thereafter Chandra Marga Matitya. So the Surya Bhagavan ka Chandra ka bhi वो पूरा मंडल they have crossed. Thereafter Dhruva Marga Uttarangatva. They have gone even Dhruva Loka Atita Par चले गए. Thereafter Sadhyanam Margam. Beyond the Dhruva Loka is the Sadhya Loka. That also they have transcended. So while going all of that, the boards must be there. ये लोग यहाँ शुरू होता है. If you travel in car and all, you can see the milestones. This so and so गांव अगला वाला 60 किलोमीटर वो आते ही फिर वहाँ का बोर्ड होता है. So Vashishtha ji knows all of that. So he can even visualize too. He has lived for such a long time. Even now he is there. They're all Karaka Purushas. They're always there. So they crossed even the Dhruvaloka. Okay. Dhruva Margotrangatva. Then Sadhyana Margametyacha. The Sadhyas Loka they have gone. You and I only, when we go on growing in our subtlety of knowledge and sadhanas, of going beyond this Stula Upadhi, we will be taken to those lokas. इन वहां के लोग भी फिसल कर नीचे भी आ सकते हैं, which is rare, है ना. The interesting point is what people of this place यहीं भटकते रहते हैं because of their mediocre knowledge, and people of that place वहीं रहते हैं because their higher knowledge. It's rare that some people from here eject out of this and go there through their sadhana. So too it is rare that somebody from there just slip and come to this. Hope you got what we are trying to say. So there is Sadhya Purushas Loka. Sadhya Jiva. They crossed that. Then Siddhanam Samatitya Urvim. They have crossed the Siddha Urvi, Siddha Loka also. Thereafter, Swarga Mandalam Ullangya. They have gone even beyond the Indra Swarga Loka. So this is how the different lokas are there. Isn't it? Hmm? before the human beings crossed to the oceans and all. They didn't know the other places are there, but they were there. Like some stupid Vasco da Gama, they discovered India. They say what he discovered stupid. It is always eternally there India. वो बेचारा पानी में भटकता भटकता आया. Our Indians have saved him. मर रहा था वो and he became famous. That is the history का नौटंकी. The famous Krishnas and Ramas and Arjunas and Dhruvas, Prahladas are hidden. These थर्ड क्लास डरपोक लोग जो भोग के लिए इधर उधर भटकते हैं, दूसरे देशों को मार के खाते हैं, they become famous in the history. ये तो नौटंकी है. Anyway, this is there. So they have all that way crossed up to the Sadhya Loka, Dhruva Mandala, Siddha Loka, even Swarga. All of that, remember, in one Brahmanda only. Like this, Anantakoti Brahmandas are there. In our Sanatana Dharma Shastra language. In the other language, you call them as the solar family, then the Milky Ways, then the galaxies. You know, that language, we talk it in the form of the Brahmanda Mandalas and their different lokas. And they are subtle and mystical. And let me reveal one thing to you with full confidence that you will not understand. They are all interwoven. They are all here only. They are here and there. The distances depend on our knowledge and our identity and our ability. You know, when the whole time and space are concepts of the mind, and mind is in my own consciousness, everything is in me only then. ये थोड़ा सा हायर हो जाता है. That's why I said, I'm so confident that you will not listen anything, you will never remember anything, that I can talk all these subtle mystical things. So, next one, Brahmalokottarangatva Tushitanam cha mandalam Golokam Shivalokam cha Pitrulokamatitya cha Videhanam Sadehanam Lokanuttirya Duragam Dura Duramato Gatva Kinchit Buddha Babhuvasa. So, after this Svarga Mandalam, Brahmalokottaram Gatva. Even the Brahmaloka also they have crossed. किसी में जाकर चाय पाई नहीं पीने वो चाय पानी. They are only going through bypass road. They are not entering anywhere. ब्रह्मलोक उत्तरंग गत्वा. So Mother Saraswati must be telling her, "Hey ब्रह्मलोक है ब्रह्म जी वहां बैठे मिलना है क्या?" अरे नहीं मिलना बाबा. Like when you are traveling to big long distance, let's say from Delhi to Kanyakumari, in between you will pass through the assemblies, through the parliaments, or through the chief minister house, government, governor house. So you won't stop anywhere to see. You have a different goal. Keep on moving. So Brahmalokottaram gatva, then Tushitanam cha mandalam. Tushita loka is the Vishnu loka, the Vaikuntha loka. In Vaikuntha loka, all are in Trupta sthiti. Because Bhagavan Vishnu provides them anything they want. Total Trupta at all levels. But only one thing is there, a shortcoming, which is covered and overpowered by all the provisions they are given, and that is still the Dvaita and the Upadhis remain there. Atyanta Sukshma Upadhi and the sense of separateness will be there. And while describing all these lokas, if you are exposed to Vedanta knowledge and little bit aware and intelligent, you can know वैकुंठ लोक में हजार लोग जा रहे हैं मतलब वहां भी द्वैत है ना. अब इन हजार लोग पुण्य करके वैकुंठ जा रहे हैं तो एवरीबडी कैनॉट बी पुट इट वन प्लेस एक के सर पे दूसरा. दे हैव टू बी पुट इन डिफरेंट प्लेसेस. नाउ हाउ डू डिसाइड हु विल बी पुट वेयर डिपेंडिंग ऑन देयर विष्णु भक्ति डेप्थ ना. जो ज्यादा भक्त है तो उसको हायर क्वार्टर मिलेगा है ना. HIG हायर इनकम ग्रेड. जो मीडियोकर डिवो है MIG मिलेगा उसको है ना. मिडिल इनकम ग्रुप. छोटा मोटा है तो LIG. Even there, then LIG वाला HIG को देखकर he will have his own jealousy. Even though LIG is given all what he deserves. कभी कभी रास्ते में जाते हुए दिखेगा ना the HIG वाला flat, duplex with all big courtyard given lots of wonderful things. You will feel यार मैं तो 2 bedroom flat that is so big. Everywhere the upadhi limitation Everywhere the comparison between others, two people, everywhere the Dvaita will continue. And when these are there, Upadhi limitation, the comparatively differences and Dvaita, even the Dvaita with the Lord, there cannot be complete peace. हाँ, the trupti here is what? Like on the earth the असंतृप्तिस of भोग करने के लिए विषय नहीं है, विषय है तो भी इंद्रियां नहीं है, थक जाते, ये सब नहीं होगा. That is the meaning of trupti. The moment the Tushita Loka is said it is trupti, the moment it is trupti means it is all the upadika trupti only. But still these limitations remain. Keep it in mind. Therefore, no need to go to Shivaloka, Vishnu Loka. Directly Ham Brahmas. Chahoge to you'll go there. Again, these limitations will be there. Isn't it? So, Brahmaloka Uttaram, they have gone beyond Brahmaloka. Tushitanam Mandalam, they have gone to the Vishnu Loka. Golokam, beyond that Vaikuntha is the Goloka. There also they have gone. Then Shivalokam cha, tomorrow is Shivaratri. Then Kailas also they have gone. Goloka is said to be Lord Krishna's. Shri Kailasa Shiva, Saketa Bhagavan Rama, Vaikuntha Bhagavan Vishnu's. In Swarga of Indra, Brahmaloka belongs to Brahmadeva. All of them are there loka. Indra is Indra loka, Varuna, Varuna loka, Vayu, Vayu, Kubera, Kubera, सबका अपना अपना है. Chandra loka, Surya loka, you can go all of them. Then Shiva lokam cha, Pitru lokam atitya cha. Then they have gone even the Pitru loka also crossed. Thereafter Videhanam, Sadehanam. The Sadeha loka means Kanti Deha loka. The highly evolved beings have only the light bodies. Kanti Deha. When we do upasana, they come. For us, they appear to be in the gross form, but they are Kanti Deha. They are called Sadeha. There are some choose not to have the Deha, they are Videha. Such Mahatmas are there who function through the qualified equipments. Many a times, those through whom the work is happening, they don't recognize. Very rare cases, those Mahatmas reveal to those Jivas, I am functioning through you. They even take permission. Avoid equipment. Yours is fit. This is what is my work. Very confidential. I want to express through you. I don't want a Stula Sharira. Will you allow me? If that person has all this mystical knowledge, maturity, he will say yes. And in the beginning, he will be frightened for some time. Thereafter, he knows that whenever I call, that Devata will come and express through me. Or whenever the Devata or Guru wants, they will give me an intimation. I am ready. And they function through us. That's how the whole mystical world. I'm talking about Videhas. Puja Gurudev, like Mahatmas, they are in search of some equipment through whom they want to work. They themselves can take the body and come and take the body. In this world, have millions and millions of mystical things are happening, which are mind-boggling, blowing, and non-comprehensible to our intellect. No, don't get frightened. Yet all of them are mithya from Ambrahmasmi Drushti. Yet we have to evolve in through them also because it facilitates for sadhana. It frees us from the low, narrow Deha Tadatmya, Indriya Tadatmya, Vishaya Bhoga Sakti named worst life. From that it frees us. Therefore, even to these higher planes also we can go through the various upadhi related sadhanas, prakriti related sadhanas. No, इट्स लाइक ये जगह जहाँ सांप घूमते रहते हैं मच्छर काटते रहते हैं यू आर ए स्पिरिचुअल सीकर ओनली बट इज इट नॉट मोर बॉदरिंग instead of that if you have proper place an ashram where it is well protected from the sound from the animals and all there also you are sadhaka but because of those conveniences you can do effectively sadhana है ना फर्क with the facilities using we are allowed to are supposed to do sadhana. These facilities we use for bhoga, it is wrong. है कि नहीं उपाधियों का बाहर के परिस्थितियों का साधना के लिए अगर वो कन्वीनियंट बनाने के लिए इफ यू गेट देम हायर वंस इट्स गुड बट इफ दे आर यूज फॉर भोगा इट इज रॉन्ग So these higher lokas, their equipments will be better. We can do sadhana. That way you can think about it. So in that way, videhanam sadehanam lokan uttirya duragam. Such a long, long distance, incalculable, they have crossed. दूरात दूर मतो गत्वा दूर से दूर जाकर किंचित बुद्धा बहुवसा. Suddenly, Leela became aware and thought for a moment कि कितना distance हम पार किए, where are we? When she paused and looked back, absolutely pitch thick darkness alone was there. Not even the sun and moon and their light was seen, even a bit also. So, Paschad Alokayamasa. Then she started seeing around Samathitam Navastalam. The only pure empty space she started seeing. सारे लोग पार हो गए in that one Brahmanda only. Then Yavanna Kinchit Chandraarka Taradi Alakshatehi Adaha. When she looked down, Chandra, that is Moon, Arka, the Surya, Taradi, the related Tara stars there, Ana Alakshatehi Adaha, they were not at all even seen. वो डर गई वो कहाँ पहुंच गए अपन देन व्हाट वाज देयर अराउंड तमह तमस्तिमित गंभीरम आशा कुहर पूरकम एकादरि प्रख्यम शिरोदर घनम स्थितम तो तमह एब्सोल्यूट पिच डार्कनेस स्तिमित गंभीरम वेरी स्टेशनड पिच डार्कनेस आशा कुहर पूरकम only the space like a valley like a well एकारनव Udari Prakhyam, like one ocean's Udara. Shila Udara Ghanam Sthitam, like a strong, strong Shila. Matlab a huge, strong boulder or mountain. When you look at it, touch it, kitna wo dense rehta hai. That's only comparison. Huh? That type of dense, thick, pitch, darkness, she is there in around her. चारों तरफ वो स्पेस में ऐसा अंधकार था पत्थर के समान मतलब दैट पत्थर कंपैरिजन इज टू टेल द डेंसिटी ऑफ दैट डार्कनेस नो सन नो मून नथिंग ऑफ देम सो वन इज ओशनिक कंपैरिजन वास्टनेस second is no sun moon star third darkness and that darkness is compared with the mountain to show its rock solidness as if you can catch it that will be told in the next sloka मुष्टिग्राह्यम देन शी आस्क्स ये क्या है हम कहाँ पहुंचे हैं वेयर आर सन मून स्टार देन मदर सेज मेरे प्यारे ये सब हम पार करके आ गए देन शी से अब कहाँ जाना है अब कहाँ जाना है ये ब्रह्मांड को भी पार करके बाहर जाना है देन दे क्रॉस ब्रह्मांड बियॉन्ड दैट द पंचमहाभूतास एंड वेयर दे गो इज दैट महाआकाश द परम आकाश दैट इज चिदाकाश ओनली. So therefore, this travel is not physical. They are not in physical body only. So you can see that like a sadhaka following the Taittiriya Upanishad, as it travels from Sthula Sharira, Annamaya Kosha, Prana, Mana, Vijnana, Ityadi, when it is used the word he is traveling, is he physically traveling? He is only traveling in his understanding, in his identity. Isn't it? First he thought only Sthula Sharira is real. Then he understands that in and through Stula Annamaya Kosha, there is Pranamaya. In fact, the Pranamaya is the Atma of the Annamaya. Without Pranamaya, Annamaya cannot be. Pranamaya grossified alone is Annamaya. Therefore, no need of Annamaya, no need of grossification. Therefore, he reached to Pranamaya. Therefore, he traveled from Annamaya to Pranamaya. Where? In his understanding and in his identity. So too to the Manomaya, Vijnanamaya. If you understand, here also they are transcending all these concepts of lokas. They will go to the Chidakasha sthiti. It is not physical again. Chidakasha is everywhere there. On that only all these lokas are kalpita. Then honu padavim duram avametam upagate surya bhi adho kanu शौर्यो पदोनु कणनवन्न मनाग भी लक्ष्यते. सूर्य भी कण की तरह भी नहीं दिख रहे इतने दूर हम आ गए. All a beautiful description we'll see tomorrow. Thereafter, in the 30th Sarga, we can see the Vichitra Brahmanda Varnanam. Uske baad we will go to see Yuddha Prekshikastita Ambara Varnanam. So all of these things of this Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayana, the ideas or the thoughts or descriptions that are given, listen first patiently. Hold them in your mind. Then allow them to sink in the heart. Then we understand that the Brahma Paramatma, infinite in him in one corner. This way, Ananta Koti Brahmandas are only Kalpita. Among them is one is this Brahmanda. In this Brahmanda, 14 lokas. In one 14 lokas, Bhuloka is one. In that Bhuloka, in Asia Kanda, in India, in some corner, in this Tula Sharira, I the Jiva bound. So I have the choice to get bound with this the and stay here, or I also have the choice to go beyond all these kalpita shariras, lokas, and identify with Sarvadhisthana Brahma. That is moksha. Luckily, to identify the Brahman, all these lokas will not travel through. You just drop this upadhi, you are one with upadhi tadatmya. Learn that technique and conscious हो जाओ, करते जाओ. बस हमको लक्ष्य स्पष्ट होना है कि I have to experience हम ब्रह्मास्मि. मार्ग स्पष्ट होना है कि go beyond the upadhis. Then start doing it consciously. It will happen one day. And to get clarity about these things, that we are here every day studying this Moksha Shastras, Tattva Shastras. And more than saying that we are studying, it is the Paramatma's Kripa that He has put us here. Okay, friends? Continue tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha. Om Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Vaashishtha Bhagavan ki jai. Saraswati Maiya की जय. लीला माता की जय. विश्वामित्र भगवान की जय. वाल्मीकि भगवान की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. आइएगा वाक्यवृत्ति पढ़ते हैं. हरिओम.